Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here with Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming weekend, which has got some ups and downs in it, but overall it shouldn't be too bad. And it was a nice day here in the Northeast. You can see the satellite loop weather systems moving along to our south. There's a little upper air disturbance with this one in North Carolina, producing some stronger thunderstorms earlier, and they extended into South Carolina and down into Georgia. But again, it's all moving right along. And then we have a system up moving across the northern Great Lakes with the next short wave, with some thunderstorms developing this evening up in Minnesota. We've got the usual uh, nonsense going on with the monsoon in the southwest, bringing up some clouds and some showers and thunderstorms there, and of course the daily scattered showers and storms in Florida. So it's a typical August 11th of 2023. And as we check out the radars in the northeast, some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms up in Maine. Otherwise, the rest of the northeast and mid-Atlantic states are quiet. You see the two disturbances that are moving across the south with scattered showers and storms in Florida. And then up and around the Great Lakes, we have an arm of rain moving through eastern Michigan, both the upper and lower peninsula. And then we have some severe weather that's breaking out across parts of Minnesota. This radar, by the way, is as of 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to weather.gov whenever you need the latest up-to-date information regarding severe weather. And the Storm Prediction Center has three severe thunderstorm watches working this evening. One up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, another one in the areas that cross over from northeastern Kansas, northwestern Missouri, and southeastern Nebraska, and a third in southwest Georgia into southeastern Alabama. Otherwise, the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states sandwiched nicely in between the with no thunderstorm activity. Now we do have severe weather risk for tomorrow. It's a slight risk, and that comes also with an elevated risk for tornadoes, 2%. A marginal risk that goes back down to the Tennessee Valley. The marginal risk extends up through central New England, and the slight risk covers New York State, western Connecticut, much of Long Island, the northern half of New Jersey, and then back through Pennsylvania and in through Ohio. Now, we don't see anything for Sunday other than a scattered shower or storm, with the risk area concentrated in the middle Mississippi and in the Missouri River Valley Basin. But on day 4, and I've always indicated you just always got to pay attention when they've put risk up on a long range, and they already have indicated an area of risk for Kentucky, West Virginia, southern Ohio, into north central Tennessee. Now, when we get to the forecast tomorrow, and SPC puts Mondays in their regular 3-day time frame, it'll be interesting to see where they put the risk areas for Monday. WPC with flash flooding. I'm just going to highlight Sunday into Monday, which is from eastern Kansas eastward into northwestern Kentucky and southern Indiana and Illinois, and much of central and southern Missouri. The 2-day rainfall amounts. Now, this will take us in the Northeast into Sunday evening. So we're talking about whatever thunderstorms tomorrow. Some areas of a half to 3/4 of an inch. As we know, it's convective, so it could easily be more than that. But nothing crazy in terms of rainfall over the next 2 days. 3/4 of an inch to an inch plus in parts of the northern plains, down through the middle Mississippi Valley, and points southeast, starts to taper a bit in the southeast and Florida. The 7-day rainfall amounts a bit more robust from Wisconsin to northern Michigan, an inch and a half to some 2.5 inch plus amounts. Also looks like anywhere from an inch to maybe as much as 2 inches across the interior areas of the Northeast. They tail off in the mid-Atlantic states, except for the coastal Carolinas and down to Florida. And then they also pick up again from southern Indiana westward over into Missouri. So we are seeing this pattern with weather fronts coming through every couple of days. So when we're in between fronts, we have lower dew points, which we did today, and making it more comfortable. Dew points come up tomorrow, a cold front approaches, and we're likely to see some thunderstorms develop tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. Looks like most of the thunderstorm development tomorrow is more north and west, although we do see the GFS pinpointing some storms over eastern Long Island and southeastern New England. We'll see how that plays out. And then something left over during the overnight period that moves over the Hudson Valley in New York City and coastal New Jersey. Sunday, Dew points come down a bit. Should be a nice day overall. I'm not even going to mention thunderstorms. Now, the system for Monday has changed somewhat. We noted that yesterday. It's taking on a bit of a different look. And that may be good news as far as limiting the extent of severe weather. We'll have to see what the guidance shows us during the day tomorrow. But Monday, we have a warm front that'll be coming through first. And there'll probably be an area of rain that moves northeastward Monday morning into Monday afternoon. And then, depending on how far north that warm front gets, will set up who gets any thunderstorms and whether or not they'll be severe sometime later Monday afternoon into Monday night. Tuesday, we have a dew point front essentially coming through and an upper trough. That might set off some showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday, which will then usher in another dry air mass that's going to be spreading over a fairly large area east of the Mississippi and even down into the South Atlantic states and down into the interior South Atlantic states in particular. And much of next week looks to be dry. We're going to break that every other day pattern next week and keep it dry. Maybe we start to see the chance for a shower or a storm on Thursday. Probably a better chance uh, Thursday evening because another front goes by, and then we've got another high that builds in. So it looks like we may be cutting back a bit on these weather fronts coming through and on these possibilities that we could wind up seeing some severe weather risks. The Joe and Joe Weather Show on Sunday usually is on at 11 a.m., but there's been a change of schedule, so we will be on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So Sunday's show, instead of being in the morning, will be at night. So just make a note of it. Also, make a note of the fact that you should have a great weekend, and we'll see you hopefully on Sunday.